All right, so this is the birth month and year rough draft. Um, I have a few events listed here. I'm just gonna get right into it. So I was born in October 1999, the year. Um, there wasn't too much that happened as far as like events and large events. There was a few things that I thought were notable and that I was interested in. The first one being this actually happened on my birth date, the 29th. Um, Deadliest Indian Ocean tropical super cyclone hit India, Odisha, India, and the death toll was like near 10,000. It's like 9,885, something like that. The wind speeds were up to 300 miles per hour. Obviously, I don't remember this specifically, but I remember when I was young, there was a documentary on it. My mom was watching, and it was really scary because the only thing I seen, I was like 4. The only thing I seen was like bodies just underneath like sheets of like white sheets, and it was not something a 4-year-old would want to see. And I made her turn it off, obviously, because that was just something I didn't want to see. I don't really remember it specifically, but I do remember seeing, little documentaries of it and stuff that I did not enjoy. Obviously, because I was too young to fully understand what was happening. The next thing is Egypt Air Flight 990, traveling from New York City to Cairo. It crashed off the coast of Massachusetts and it killed like 200 to 300 people. Um, I obviously don't remember that either. I do remember hearing things about it throughout my life because I did in my marketing class. I did like what's it called? I was researching different airliners that had issues, and it was it was a project that we had to do of like some company or some business that has a lot of failures that are detrimental, something like that. And I chose airliners, and I chose a specific airliner, Bojang or Boeing or something. This when I was researching that, I did see this. Obviously, this is a different airliner, but um, I think the planes were made by either the same manufacturer or a similar manufacturer. I could be wrong. So I do remember reading something about this, but I obviously don't remember it specifically. Um, the next thing is the University of Alabama beats Florida and snaps their 30-game home streak win, their home win streak. I thought this was notable because I love college football, and I hate Alabama because most of my life, at least as far as I can remember, Alabama has always been good. They always win. They always beat Michigan and Ohio State. They always beat teams that I actually like. They are always in the national championship or one of the top bowl games. They're always either in the top 3 ranked. Recently, that's been changing, but from like the late 2000, like 2008, 2007 to like 2015, 16, they were always the best, and it was annoying. They were, if not the best, in the top 3, and I'm just sick of seeing them. Thankfully, they're not as good as they used to be. They're still very good, but there are other teams like Clemson beat them. There are other teams that stand a chance against them, which is nice to see now. I know a lot of people don't like football and might have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you do like football and you watch college football for the past, 12 years, I'd say, you would know, Alabama, and you know how much, unless you're from Alabama, you know how much you dislike them, for sure. Um, Actually, my dislike for Alabama is maybe an Auburn fan, which is their rivals. Like they're in Alabama as well. I have Auburn merchandise, like I have a hoodie, a T-shirt, some things like that, just because I dislike Alabama so much. Um, my next thing is the Edmonton Oilers retire Wayne Gretzky's number 99 number in a pregame ceremony. The reason I put this is because I'm a pretty big NHL fan, and even though I wasn't alive or around when he was playing, I've heard of Wayne Gretzky. He's like a legendary NHL player. Anybody who likes sports or NHL has heard of him or knows of him. Um, I'm not as big of an NHL fan anymore, but I used to be. I used to love the video games. I used to love watching it on FX TV, just TV in general. Mostly it's on Fox Sports. But that's about it. That's all I have for this. Obviously, I will expand upon this in my final draft, but I couldn't find a lot of notable events that I was interested in and actually could talk about. A lot of the things were just kind of like simple facts that I just don't am not interested in or I don't know anything about, so I couldn't elaborate upon them very much. I just had to would list the fact and then that's it. So yeah, that's it for my final draft. I hope to make my rough draft. Sorry, this is it for my rough draft. I hope to make my final draft better. Um, Speaking into a phone is not at all my strong suit. I don't like it at all. It's just, I'm much better talking to people. I feel stupid talking to my phone like this, unless I'm on the phone, which I'm not. But hopefully this coronavirus will be lifted and we'll be able to go back to in-person classes, which I miss more than I ever thought I could. So yeah, that's it for my rough draft.